Hey guys, this is Brian with Southeast Diesel Repair. Today we're working on a 2004 Freightliner M2 box truck. The reason why the customer brought this truck over is because the compressor kicks in and out. He said that he recently replaced the compressor along with the air dryer, which we can see right here. But after doing this, he still did not solve his issue. This engine, it's a C7 Caterpillar. As you can see, he's got a new compressor. He's got a new air dryer, and the issue that this truck does, it's the compressor clutch keeps kicking on and off simultaneously, multiple times, keeps coming in and out. So I already been working on this truck for about 4 hours, close to 5 hours now, trying to figure out what's the issue. I went ahead and went with the basics, which is the high pressure switch right here. The way that you can see if this thing is working or not, you can actually put a fuse or a jumper cable from side to side, and if the compressor comes on when you do that, it means that you have a bad high pressure switch. But in this case it's not. I went ahead and did that. The compressor still kicks on and off. After working on this, the next thing to figure out would be to pretty much check the thermistor, which is what also controls the compressor clutch. The funny thing about this is that whenever we take this thermistor out, which is right here, okay, we went ahead and took it out. The minute we take it out, the engine works, although the compressor stops kicking in and out. It stays actually on. So this is your thermistor. I went ahead and replaced the thermistor, put it back on, and still did the same issue. As long as you keep the thermistor outside, it runs fine. The minute you put it back in place, it starts doing a lot of funny stuff. So I figured it could be a possibility that the filter was clogged, which it is kind of bad. It does need to be replaced, but it's not to that point that it's causing the issue that we have, which it's kind of like this thing freezes up and it makes the compressor kick on and off. So like I said, this is the old one. I went ahead and replaced it with the new one, and it still did the same issue. This problem that we have here, it's can be caused by a drop in voltage, by something shorting out, or also the head unit. That's kind of what I thought in the beginning, but I decided to start with the basics. That head unit's around $245, and it's not something that I just want to replace and not be the problem. So that's kind of where we go next to. After turning the truck on, I will show you the fault that it does. So as you can see, we'll put the AC to the highest we can. And right now it's blowing, and with the temperature gun, we'll see how cold it actually is. So right now it says it's 54. Over here it says 58. 60, 62. The temperature keeps going now. I will explain the reason why it was actually cold in the beginning, but as you can see, the truck is not getting cold at all. So I'm gonna go out there and I'm gonna show you guys actually what's the fault, show you how the compressor kicks in and out. As you can see, the compressor right now is off. Give it a minute, it will kick back on. As you can see, it's turning again. And right there, it stopped again. So because of the compressor kicking on and off, this is the reason why it will not allow it to get cold. Or as you can see, it says it's 70. So now this is the funny thing about this. Every time that I pull the thermistor out, the compressor will stay running, which, as you can see, is still plugged in. I take it out, and in a few minutes it will start getting cold again. Right there, the compressor kicked on, and as you can see, temperature will be dropping. It's at 70, 69, 68. And now the compressor stays running all the time. It doesn't shut off. And right now it's actually getting cold, as it should. Right there is 63. Over here we got 58, 57. So it's working properly. The minute I put the thermistor back in place, the compressor will shut off in about 10 seconds, which right there is shut off. And the temperature, as you can see, it has shut off and the temperature is going back up. So once again, that led me to believe that we possibly had an issue with the thermistor. We went ahead and replaced it. It still have the same problem. So the next thing to follow was to replace the AC unit, the AC head unit, which luckily I do have a spare truck that I can borrow it just for the test, and see if that would be the problem. And in fact, in this case, it was the problem. The unit keeps making something was wrong with the unit that keeps making the thermistor read the incorrect temperature, and it keeps kicking the compressor on and off. So as you can see right now, it says it's 67. Right now here in Florida, it's about 72, 73. So that's kind of the only reason why it's actually this cold. The minute I change the unit, which I'm about to do right now, and put the other unit back on, the temperature starts dropping. $62. Over here, 61. 59, 58, 57. So now it's working properly after we switched the unit. And what's weird about it, this unit actually was replaced on October 14 of 2016, and it's already gone. The one that I'm using is actually an original unit. It's a 2005 of a different truck that I'm working on doing a rebuild. and as you can see, the compressor is running. So just wanted to show you guys in case you have that type of issue. Once again, I did multiple diagnostics before start changing parts, and like I said, this customer has paid a lot of money already in parts by changing the compressor, the condenser, and still not been able to fix the problem. So the next thing to do would be to replace the head unit, and just with a new one pretty much, because the other one's from my spare truck. But that's it. Now if you guys also need to replace the cap filter on these M2 vehicles, you would have to remove this plate right here. It's about 3 screws. Once you get this one out, you would remove 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more screws, and the filter will go right here. The filter pretty much goes like this. You will remove this plate and put a new filter back on, and this is how you replace your cap filter as well. If you guys like these videos, please subscribe and like them. And if you do have any issues with something similar to this, you can comment on the video. I'll try to respond and give you as much help as I can. Alrighty guys, have a great day.